Craig here.
Lisa here. Painesville Travel.
And D for Life Fitness. So we just left the Sands Golf and RV Resort in Hot Desert Springs.
Yeah.
And we are headed to a place they told us about. Pioneer Town is a little western town that they got a replica of an old western town that apparently there's a lot of action. And they say they do movies there sometimes, and so
we actually drove by it on one of our hikes.
Yes.
So we thought we would circle around and go back and actually check it out on a weekend, because apparently on the weekends is when most of the action happens.
That's right.
So we will, we're on our way there now, and we will keep you posted as to what actually goes on.
Yes. So there you have it. Stay tuned. Peace.
So upon arrival, you see this really neat sign, foot and hoof traffic only.
Okay, we're at the Pioneer Town village, Western Village, where they film movies and stuff. I don't know how much justice this is going to do, but here you have it.
It's all set up like a western town, and we'll take you on a little tour. We'll get into as many buildings as we can and get as much footage as we can to share.
I'm going to tell you a tale about this here town, Pioneer Town. You see, prior to 1946, this area was wide open. Cowboys would drive their cattle through here for their summer grazing around Baldwin Lake near Big Bear. In 1946, Western movie bad guy Dick Curtis discovered this area, which has Western scenery like that resembling several other states. Pioneers to invest in the Pioneer Town Land Company. Being only a couple hours away from Hollywood, they figured.
They have a campground right here on site. Looks like it's no services at all, but sure is cool. Have a petting zoo. Some ducks and some goats and some pigs. This spot here is called the Wooden Indian Ranch. It's like an old pioneer. And I feel like this is an Airbnb, because right out here they have a sign that says parking for Wooden Indian Ranch guests only. So I feel like you might be able to rent this place. And this is the hotel. You can rent rooms here.
Hotel.
This was a really neat stop. It was interesting. They had some of their stores still operating as actual businesses, and people were there selling their products. We couldn't get into a lot of buildings, but there is a hotel that you can rent, and I believe there are a couple of Airbnb places that can be rented to stay as well as a campground. There were actually a couple of different restaurants that were serving food and drinks that you could get while you were there, as well as this town still has the actual local post office operating, and you can check that out as well. It was really fun. It was a good stop. Now we're going to take you on a nice, beautiful hike with us through the Coachella Valley Preserve Trailhead. On this hike, we have to hike high up into the hills, and there are little sketchy trails along the way. And then at the middle of it, we actually stop at a Palm Oasis, which is just beautiful. It amazes me how these trails have these Palm Oasis stuck right in the middle of them, out in the middle of nowhere.
got that right.
The Syrian people are really parked. Yes. So, well, they all that don't help. Well, and the fact that I just do they have
before, but if you look down on the flats, you can see, especially over towards the power line, you could see some almost perfect circles.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, the indigenous that lived here, that's where they would set up their tents. So when they got here, it was the women's job to make a circle, put all the rocks out to the side, and then they would set up the tents there, and away they go.
Cool.
The other circles you see, they're a little bit sloppier. They're made by the Yamaha tribe or the Suzuki tribe. I'm not sure which. That's the Hidden Palms Oasis. That's where we'll be getting there as well. And we come up out of there and we follow that track that you see coming by the power lines and come over this way and back.
Straight down here, right?
Yeah. Viewpoint, and there's outbuildings and whatnot, and a bus pulls up, and you can. They look to me like what I think of a stereotypical New York person.
Okay.
And the lady, one of those ladies gets out, she runs over to the edge and she looks, and then she comes back and she gets her friends with her, and her friend goes and sits down. She goes for another look, and the next thing.
And it's not a mirage. You're walking in the desert into palms.
Yeah.
And it's not a mirage.
And it's not a mirage.
Tailgate. Looks like.
Yeah. This one? That's right.
Would never stop by it. I'll have to do that. It's on my list.
Yeah, it was great.
I've never seen the vegetable in a large.
Walk down Broadway at 9
I've seen
o'clock.
it in the little,
All
yeah.
the bands
I
are, all
did it at
the
Costco.
bars and
Yes.
bands.
Another wonderful hike in the books from the Sands Hiking Club. Shout out and thanks to our leader, Kelly. Until next time. Check back next week and we'll give you a full review of the Sands Golf and RV Resort.